Uh, Hello and welcome to this session on customer's journey. Digital marketing has a very important thing to understand how customer come to the digital platform and what actions do they take. So that is called customer's journey. And the customer's journey, whether it is online through digital platforms or offline, some parts are same. Let us see a basic customer's journey, how it happens. These are called the stages of marketing also. So it starts with awareness. The customer has to be aware of the product or the service. Then uh, some interest is generated uh, about the product or the service. Then there is a desire to uh, buy the product, and then the customer takes some action. Now, some of the stages of marketing that we have just discussed, these stages of marketing are also similar to the stages of marketing in uh, digital platform or online platforms. So awareness, consideration, and purchase. The in awareness, interest, desire, and action that is in normal marketing is converted into awareness. Then there is a consideration. Then there is a purchase. So more or less, the stages are the same, but what we have to add extra in social media marketing, apart from awareness, consideration, purchase, is loyalty and advocacy. So, what are these two terms? Let us see with some examples. So, most brands use social media only for awareness. Then there is consideration, and finally, the purchase. But the reality is, if you use social media to engage with your loyal customers further and get that loyal customers to advocate your brand on social media websites, the customer acquisition cost may be genuinely minimum. So, what does that mean? Let us see with an example of iPhone. So, iPhone is a brand. Uh, we take, let's look at the brand Apple. Okay. So they have a campaign called Shot on an iPhone. They are running a campaign called hashtag Shot on an iPhone. Now there's a guy, his name is, say, Jake. Jake is a photographer. He takes brilliant photos and then he sends it to Apple. Now Apple loves the photo, and to do awareness, as the awareness stage is Apple put it on the Instagram ID. Now, Jake's and all of Jake's friends and Jake's family who are on the Apple Instagram page share that page on their social media on their Instagram. See how it is uh, being, uh, the awareness is getting a larger scope, you can say. Now, what happens? Lots of people would get to know about Apple iPhone. Now, one of Jake's friend, say whose name is Sam, looks at the photo. He is also a photographer. And for the first time, Sam is aware as Apple has such a good camera. So Sam is very much interested, but now he is aware that Apple has a great camera. So awareness is done. Now let's move to the next stage, which is the consideration stage. Sam is now aware of the product. He finds out if this is the camera for me, because Sam is also a photographer. He wants something with a very good camera. So he finds a few influencers online and checks if they have ever reviewed Apple or not. So Apple is doing this thing also smartly. They know that people are going to look for reviews. So Apple goes ahead and collaborates with influencers who have a very large following on Instagram and asks them to review their products. Now, Apple assumes that hopefully Sam has gone and checked out this influencer reviewing their brand. So, but Apple knows that Sam has still not made up the purchase of the Apple iPhone. So Apple knows that it needs to nudge a little bit to make the purchase. So Apple has a premium section brand. So they tied up with financial institutions like HDFC Bank or some other great brands. They give them cash back, and Apple promotes this on social media. Now Sam sees it and thinks that this is the right chance, and he goes ahead and purchases the iPhone. Now see how the campaign has taken place. This is called the customer's journey. Okay, so it does not happen in one go. Like you can, you should not, or anyone should not expect that I will uh, put one photograph on the social media and the customer will see the photograph, or I'll put one video and the customer will see the video and then the customer will buy. It may happen sometimes, but it only can happen when the awareness and the interest consideration stage has been already done by the customer. Now, for a new beginner, for a new customer, this is how social media gets its customer converted to buy the product or service. So how it is happening? Apple is running a campaign shot on an iPhone. This campaign is to take photograph from iPhone and send it to Apple, and Apple will put the best photos on their social media. So many people like Jake will take photos and send it to Apple. Now, what Apple will do? Apple will take the best photos and put it in their Instagram. And once Apple put it on the Instagram, then the person whose photo has been put by Apple on Instagram will surely share to the friends and families. Now, this is happening automatically. Apple is not doing much, but the customer himself is creating awareness among his family and friends. Now, many people on social media will come to know about this and the awareness will be generated. So now it is the time for consideration. Once awareness is generated, similarly, Jake is one example. There will be thousands and thousands of people like Jake who will be forwarding, taking good photographs and sending it to iPhone, and then iPhone will be putting it on Instagram. And suppose 1,000 people start sharing to 10 or 15 people. So you can just imagine how quickly it will spread out. Now, out of those people who knows that Apple is running this campaign, they will also, some of them might already have an Apple phone with them. They will also put the same photo. They'll take some photo from their iPhone and then they will also send to Apple. And this way, there will be lakhs and lakhs of people who will be aware of the this Apple photo shoot program. And through that campaign, many people will start generating interest and start considering that they should also buy. Now, after some time, what happens is because Apple is a premium brand, the cost is also more. So there has to be some more attractions towards it. So what Apple will do, Apple will collaborate with some of the best influencers so that they also create a buzz in the industry, in the social media. Thereafter, they'll collaborate with some of the financial institutions so that they give some discounts because Apple usually directly will not give discounts since it is a very premium brand. And once the other institution like banks or any financial institution will start giving some cash back or some discount, then people who are aware, who have considered Apple, will convert and buy. Now, this is done by many companies, and this is the customer journey. So what is the customer journey that we have to understand? Awareness, considerations, purchase. Now, one important thing that is left is, which can be done through social media, is loyalty. So the last step is most brand will stop here, but that is what really is not good. You need to get to the next stage, that is called loyalty and advocacy. So Apple now needs to ensure that Sam, when he clicks a photo from his iPhone, also he is convinced and influenced to send his photo to their campaign shot on an iPhone, so that one more friend of Sam, just like Sam was Jake's friend, and get influenced. So get your customer digital journey correct, figure out which platform to use, figure out which if you should use social media, and once you start using social media, concentrate not just on getting purchases, but also on brand advocacy and loyalty. So what should be done? Now, what Apple will do, Apple will take some reviews of all those people who participated in the short on campaign, and then those people who have bought some product from Apple through that campaign, maybe they will take their feedback, and then they will ask those people to give their feedback to like on their website or on the social media, and that testimonials, we can say, will be published on iPhone again. So what will happen? Many people who knows those people, and they'll see that these are my known people who are already convinced and they are very much satisfied by the product or the service. So they will also get influenced. So this is how it's called the customer's journey, and this is how we have to uh, like go and start marketing, and then the conversion will happen. Now, the next important thing in digital marketing is to know the social media rules. There are some social media rules which we should always follow. Uh, some of them are: number one is to learn the algorithm of the social media platform. Then we should pick a niche, the main attraction. Then we have to be native to that platform. Then we have to be aesthetic, that anything that looks good sells more. So you have to be very aesthetic on social media. And the most important thing is that you should never sell directly on social media. So let us come one by one. Learn the social media platform's algorithm. So what does this mean? You need to recognize how a social media platform thinks and how social media platform executes. You must have noticed that if your Instagram pages have like related to calligraphy posts, then suddenly you will see on your news feed more and more posts related to the topic. If you are on Instagram and you search for a shoe, then what happens next time when you come to Instagram or on Facebook, you'll see many such advertisements or posts related to shoes. So similarly, when you are watching a certain time of video on YouTube, then the next video will be relevant to the previous one. Once you have watched a video related to, suppose, a cricket match. So next time when you open YouTube, you will see a lot of videos similar to the cricket match. So now coming to Twitter, Twitter shows the recent posts. So Twitter have a different algorithm. Even if you have seen some tweets related to cricket match, but when you come next to Twitter, Twitter will always show something new which has recently happened. So every social media have a different algorithm, and you need to understand the algorithm of social media platform, how they work. Next important thing is to pick a niche, a specific topic for which you will be doing the promotion. So a very specific topic so that your content revolves around that specific topic. Whenever we are running a campaign, suppose we are starting a new batch on digital marketing. Now, what we have to do is that we have to put digital marketing content on Instagram, then some small videos on YouTube, then on Facebook. and everywhere we have to be concentrating on that particular topic. So let's say you open a vegan restaurant. Now your niche is vegan and you are promoting vegan food. So what will happen? Your niche could be vegan food, animal safety, environment consideration, wildlife conversation, and these would be the kind of topics which would be absolutely relatable to your Instagram page and is overall promoting vegan food because that's the kind of content a vegan lover would kind of relate to. Like I've just discussed about digital marketing. So the contents can be on SEO, the content can be on social media optimization, and the content can be on Facebook, Google Analytics. So everything that is related to social media, so that if it is shown again to the customer, then that it will be a related topic. So you need to recognize what type of content should a person comes to your page for, uh, and then you have to concentrate on that particular topic, related topic, so that whenever customer or your follower comes to your page, he or she should know exactly what he will be gaining by giving some time to the page. Now you have to be native to the platform. Your content needs to be native to the platform you're posting on. Now, this is two examples. This is the page of hospital brand. You can see two different uh, contents. The first post have more likes than the second post because second post is not native to the page. Now, these are the same thing. Now, first is in the first image, you can see that a doctor is holding a placard. There's stop diagnosing yourself on Google. And the second is related to some medicine. So now what will happen? Since people will relate more through the uh, first image that is there, so that will be more relatable and more people will come and watch or see or read the content that has been posted. So you have to be very native about the platform. Similarly, when we let's come to another topic. We'll come back again and be aesthetic. Social media is about how it looks. So looks, anything that looks good sells well because it gives an impression that something which is packaged very well, something which is very well created, the creatives, the photos that has been put are very lovely. Then people think that the product will be also very good. People are visually consuming most of the content. So if it does not look good to them, they don't go to buy them. So ensure that whatever content you put on online for the product photo shoot, you have to use high quality photos, use the right clothes in these photos. It helps the customer attracted to your product and services. Now look the pages of the restaurant. They're displaying their food beautifully. So since these are displayed very well, so what will happen? People will be eager to buy the product, to buy those items there. Now, another very important point on social media is that you should not directly sell on social media. You need to make friendship. Social media is about creating friends with your potential customers. So if you keep putting photos of product with buy now caption, it does not work. Now, I'll give one example. We have a customer in Manchester. He is a doctor, he does plastic surgery. So whenever we put a campaign, then the button that we put, we don't usually write on the button book now, because what happens is customers think that okay, I don't know much about the doctor, so if I click the book now button, then I'll be forced to book and take a time with the book a slot or take a time with the doctor, and I'm not ready for the customers. I'm not ready for the cosmetic surgery right now. So what best we do is we put because we are taking him from Instagram or Facebook to the website where we have more information. So what we do, learn more or know more button. So what happens, the customer, if he or she is interested, then he wants to know more about the cosmetic surgery, the cost, everything, the details, the pros and the cons. So we take the customer from the social media to our website to a particular page, and there we show a lot of more information and make the customer uh, from interest to consideration and then to purchase the product. So the buy now caption directly usually will not work. Put some content which they relate to, message them on Instagram, talk to them, send some beautiful quotes, build trust, and it takes 1 month, 2 months, or 1 year, and then once in a while, sell your product. Use social media to build trust, build a smile, maintain relationship, and once in a while, you have to sell. You don't always sell directly on social media. So suppose I'll give you one example. Suppose we have someone we are in a party and someone comes and say, "Hey, I'm Jack. I sell specs and I have two with me right now. If you buy these two, one of them, we are giving 20-30% discount." So what will you do? Will you buy from that person when you are in a party? Usually you will not buy from the customer because you don't know that particular person. So you'll not trust, and that is not the place because you have not gone in a party to buy the specs. But the same person, if he meets and he says that, okay, I am Jack. How are you? What are you doing? And then you share your cards, and then he says that, okay, I'm into specs. I'm selling specs. My shop is there. After some time, he sends something related to specs or I related information to WhatsApp, send some joke, make him friend, and after some time, if the same person will send something that okay, our company is running a campaign, and in this we are giving 20-30% discount, then that same person will be more like considerable, and there are more chances that the same person will buy this first. So it does not happen in one go. It does not happen in one shot. You have to use social media to build trust, and then you have to sell. So this is how it works. Let us come to the points once again, what we have discussed right now. We have discussed two things today. One, the first thing is about the customer's journey. We have to create awareness. We have to generate interest, from interest, desire, action. And then we have to, those people who have converted, we have to use them for our branding. So that is very important that the customers who are already there, if they talk well on social media, there are high chances that the more and more products will be uh, considered by other customers also. So customers journey is important. And then the another important thing that we have discussed is social media rules, that we have to know the algorithm, how the algorithm works. Then we have to know what is our main content, what is our main product or service, and all the content should revolve accordingly around it. And we have to be very native for that platform, because like the photos that you take for YouTube, will not run properly on Instagram, and the videos that you put on Instagram will not run properly on YouTube, because YouTube videos are have a different angle, and Instagram have a different, the layout should be different. So we have to be native about the environment, about the social media platform that we are using, and the product or service should look good. The creatives, the videos, the media files that we are using, all should be very high class, and we should not directly start selling through social media. We have to generate interest, we have to create awareness, we have to generate interest, then we have to make friends, and slowly, once in a while, we have to sell. Like in 2 months, suppose we put 8 or 10 posts, then out of this, those 8 or 10 posts, first 6 or 7 should be about the awareness, the interest, the other things, and then we have to sell. Then the conversions will be more and it will be better. So this is what we have to discuss today. And in the next session, we'll move ahead from this, the content calendar. Thank you very much.